Alright, here we are again. G'day everyone. Welcome back to Fastlane. End of the last wipe was interesting. We died a few times, but a couple of you asked about the mini flame trap bases we had. So we're going to do a quick video on how we went about making them, how much fun they were, and admittedly losing them was kind of annoying, but it was far more fun building them and reaping the reward of such a simple build and having people come down and die in them than other people coming down and having to blow them up and use their resources to blow up something which had nothing inside them anyway. So we're just jumping on a creative build server. We'll show you guys how easy these are to build and how fast they are to build. The wiring is very, very simple. Preferably getting these to sheet metal is the way to go. We'll explain that as we go through the video though. So stay tuned. We're just loading in now. Won't be too long. Okay, we've spawned in a pretty cool spot actually. We've got all that gear already on it. So this is the stuff we need to do this base. Obviously you need a TC. We've got a double sheet metal door, 2 single sheet metal doors, sleeping bag, 2 large wooden boxes, a small wooden storage box, door controller, memory cell, splitter. Now, people have asked, can we go with the black, what do they call it? Electrical branches. Yes, you can use one. You're outputting 10 out of a small battery, so it doesn't really matter if you do use a splitter or not. You're not really chewing through much extra power or wasting extra power. You're not putting anything else in here, so it doesn't really matter. Obviously, we've got one solar panel to go up on the roof, the small rechargeable battery. You don't need anything bigger than this. We're not putting anything extra in here. An HBHF sensor, heartbeat sensors, as otherwise known. A button. And a smart alarm, because it's always nice when you set up a smart alarm to then tell you, if you've got 5 of these dotted around the maps and you tell your smart alarm to say, hey, this one in H11 just went off, go and check for bodies, you immediately know it's H11. You don't need to go, oh, which one was it? Was it the one over in J12 or H11 or B6 or whatever? Just tells you straight up. A couple of code locks for the doors. We're going to put a furnace in. The flame turret is the obvious one. We're going to put a few tuna can lamps in just for ambience. Some fuel for said flame turret. Obviously, wiring tool because you need to wire things up. Taking a hammer and, of course, a building plan. So that's pretty much everything you need for this. I might have forgotten something. I might not have. We'll see how we go. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to put down our standard square foundations. I think this is a good spot to right on the side of a road because people will run roads. Admittedly, we're only in creative sandbox sort of thing at the moment, but it's just a good spot to have it, even as an example. So I'll put these down. I see we're building in wood already, which is fine. Okay, so the basic layout. Airlock's going to be here. This is the rest of the base. Pretty stock standard stuff. We'll put our doorways up. So 2 doorways. This creates the airlock. Let's put the walls in. I think we'll upgrade these straight to stone, just so it looks a bit more resilient, let's say. Okay, so that's the basics of our base. We'll just put it stone now. Things look easier when they're stone. Your wiring stands out a bit easier. It's far easier for you guys to see where everything's going. Alright, that's it. That's everything we need to do right now. And the next thing we're going to do is put our... We'll actually do this one to stone as well. We're going to put our airlock down. So we'll grab our 2 doors. First door for the outside needs to swing in. This is creating the airlock. Very important. You at least, even though it's a trap base, you at least want it looking like it's somewhat set out to be a normal base. So players can come up to here and they can go no further. They're not going to be able to unlock the doors because we're going to have code locks on the doors. But that's essentially, they can't get in. That's as far as they can move. And that's how we want it. So let's put the code locks on the doors. We'll grab 2. And I think we'll just, I don't know. What should we have as our lock? We'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Very simple ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, if you ever get the chance to put code locks, like codes in, chuck them in. It's a ton of fun to try and pick a code lock. And by God, if you get it, especially in the first couple of goes, you're all laughing. We're going to put a good morning, party guy. How are you? So we're going to put a wall frame in here. Smash that up to stone. Everything's going to be stone. We'll drop the TC down to the back left-hand corner of this base. So the TC's in. We're authorized on it. That's good to go. Happy birthday, party guy, mate. I hope you're having a good morning. I know it's early for you, but happy birthday. The old man. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to put is the large storage boxes. I'm going to put them straight up against the wall. As far back to the TC as we can go and on the left-hand wall. I'm not going to drop the second one yet. I'm going to put the sleeping bag down the very back. As far back as we can go. Now between, I'm going to put the next storage here. Now between the back of the storage and the sleeping bag, I want to fit that battery in. So try not to have it too far back. We're going to squeeze in here. Wait a sec, did we... This looks as far over as it can get. Something looks amiss. I think we might have put the left-hand storage a little bit too far over. So you know what? Let's go take that out quickly. Let's craft up another one. We'll just make sure it was as far over as it can go. Might have been out in a funny angle. I think that is as far as it's going to go. Alright, so here we go. We don't want to go all the way back. We want to have some room to be able to place that battery. Well, I think the air's going to be good enough. Pretty sure we're going to have enough room there for the battery. Alright, so there's our storages in. Nothing going in them. We're not locking up the TC. It's just an example video. We'll put the double doors on. Opening inwards. The reason why they're opening inwards is we're about to put a flame turret down here, and this does not need to open outwards. Alright, so that's the basics of the build so far. Airlock, double doors. This room's the killing room. This room's your storage room. Let's head into storage. So our wire's going up on this wall. As I said, the battery needs to fit down in between a sleeping bag and the storage here. Alright, so next part of it is just getting the wiring up on the wall. Like I said, you can use an electrical branch. It doesn't matter. You've got 10 power coming out of a battery. It doesn't really matter what you use here. I'm just going to use a splitter for sakes and giggles. Memory cell's up next. We're going to put a button in. For those that don't know as well, buttons produce their own power. There's no need for you to power a button if it's just resetting something. You might put the button underneath the memory cell. Not as old as me. Close enough, mate. Close enough's good enough. Alright, the next thing that's going in is the door controller. This is going to be for the front door. We'll unlock this one now. We'll pop it up on the wall here. We'll open the door. I don't think you need to open doors, but we're going to do it anyway. So we paired it up. Door closed by itself to show that it's paired. We're locking the door again. That is pretty much where we're at the moment. So let's wire everything up here before we even go up on the roof and put our solar panel down. We'll just have our output going to the floor. The floor needs to go all the way up to the top here. We're going to try and keep it somewhat neat. You know what? No, we're not. We're just going to go straight through. Place it down into the power in. So the next thing we need is a heartbeat sensor, and that needs to come up onto this wall above where our flame turret's going to be. So we're going to put it up here. Doesn't need to be too far hidden, because you still need the players to be able to come in and, like, once they see this, it should be flagging them to close the door anyway. And like I said, you're gonna have 5 of these. They don't need to be spot on perfect. They need to be somewhat perfect, like somewhat decent, but not absolutely 100% perfect. Next thing, we're gonna power it. So, and our HF sensor, we're gonna wire some power into it. Let's have a quick look outside and see what level we're at. We're sort of about here, I feel. Okay, so it's going to be powered in. Next bit of power we need to get is to a memory cell. Memory cell's powered in. Now, the set side is the side that's going to go up to the HBHF sensor. So we're going to run the wires exactly the same on top of where we ran the other ones. And this is simply going into the out, the power out. That means when it sets it off, power out sends energy back into the set, and the set's going to open the door. So inverted output is what's going into the door controller. Now the door controller is not as high as we think. In fact, the power in's right here. We might actually run it backwards. Run everything up from the roof to make it keep it sort of neat. Alright, there's a door controller in. Now the button is the last thing we need in. We're going from the reset point. The reset point is going to the output. Output is creating one point of, they call it rust power. I'm not sure why it's called rust power, but let's run with that name. Okay, so that's all the wiring. Now, all we need up here, we'll go through how we're setting this up in just a second. So now all we need is power going from our battery up to our solar panel on the roof. And we'll go get that started now. So I think over on this corner, we'll build ourselves a platform to get up. Guys, this could be just out of twig. We're going to put low walls, as if someone's running past this. They're not really going to notice the low wall nearly as much as the half wall. We'll grab our solar panel. We'll look for north to northeast, which is this side. So we're going to put our solar panel sort of down facing north. If you had to, You sort of face one more northwest and the other one sort of northeast, so you got power all the time. But we're only putting one up here. One is plenty, so it's going to face this way. I think while we're up here, we'll just make sure all these are upgraded to stone. They are going to upgrade to sheet metal, as I started in the video. And that's just for aesthetic. It's purely a look. Alright, so we'll wire this in. We're going to use the wires. I'm pretty sure we'll just do them. We'll just do it on the top roof for now, because we don't want any wires exposed on this side underneath. That's a dead giveaway that there's power and something's happening. So our battery's somewhere around about here, I think. And we'll go through the roof there. See how close we were. Oh, not too bad. Let's run it a little bit further over. Just a fraction to the left. Alright, onto the floor. Into our power in. And we'll start seeing that this is actually already producing power. So capacity's gone 4 to 5. 5 to 6. And that's it. Everything's powered up. So far, so good. Alright, the next part of our trap is actually getting the rest of the base sorted out. We're going to put a box in this corner. This is basically a spacer. You can put some junk in here, and like everything you get off players that you don't really want to keep this is a great spot just to put it, because it looks like something's in there. Players come in, and if they can creep to here without actually going any further, they can click on this box and say, oh, there's stuff in here. So it doesn't look as suspicious. Next thing, we'll put a furnace further away. And again, this is for more so that they can see that there's a furnace there. If this thing's alight and burning, even better. They're going to be tempted to crawl a bit more forward and try and look what's in there. You can't reach it from here. That's why it's placed this space further back. So you can open the loot box here. You can't open the furnace. By the time you get here, heartbeat sensor sees you. This door closes. Flame trap sets off. So we'll put our flame trap down. You can just go right in the corner. Doesn't matter where you stand now. You're going to get burnt. Let's put our fuel in it. We'll just drop 125. Alright, let's have a look at what we've got left. We've got some tunicant lamps to throw up. We've got our smart alarm to throw up. We've got one code lock to put on. Code lock is for this door. We said it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the smart alarm is, like I said, purely for if you want it to send you a message as to where it was. We could just say alarm, your base is, your base is under attack, and we'll say it was H12. That way we know whereabouts on the map it was. Good morning, Letty. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Party guy's older today, which is always good fun. Now I can poke some fun at him because he's the same age as me in years. Maybe not days, but in years. Okay, so this is going to be set off by the door closing. So we're going to go back out to the door controller. We're going to plug the door controller into the wall there. Close this door up. We'll wire this over to Smart alarm. And that's pretty much the smart alarm setup now. What's left? Tuna can lamps. Well, we just want some light in here. We can make a bit of a silhouette off this wall. We'll put one up on this one as well. Guys, that's pretty much the base. So, with your smart alarm, with your heartbeat sensors, you want include authorized showing, and you want exclude others showing. So this is essentially, this is back to front. If you click on this, you're including yourself. If you click on this, you're excluding others. So at the moment is including others, and at the moment it is excluding authorized. And what we'll do to show you this is we'll leave it alone like this. We've got some fuel there. We'll open the door. We'll have a look at our power, make sure we're good for power. 61. We're going to have to take this tuna can lamp down. We're simply going to take the back wall out. These foundations can go now. So we'll come up to the TC. We're going to clear authorized. So now essentially it thinks that we're an enemy. So we're going to walk forward. We're going to go as if we were a player going, oh, what's this all open for? Without being able to do that. We're going to crouch down. We're going to sort of creep forward and go, oh, there's a box here we can open. There'll be some stuff in the box. Let's put some fuel in there. So we're like, oh, a furnace is there. And the HBHF sensor's not set up. Let's reauthorize ourselves. Maybe we've got this back to front. Oh, I forgot to set it. So that's my fault, guys. What we'll do is So as you can see now, there's 2 green lights on. Might take these doors off for a second. 2 green lights on means that it's been set. Means this door has opened and closed. We set this. Open our door again. Press our button. Now we'll go stand in front of our sensor. Okay, this is proving me all kinds of wrong. We want exclude others. We want exclude authorized. Why is it so? Should be if the red light comes on. authorize ourselves. That made me jump. Do that fire to go out. Yeah, power running everywhere. Let's put the doors back on. Alright. So the alarm set red. This means the door's loaded. I'll take myself off authorized. And it's just not grabbing us. Go and try again. That is literally not... Heartbeat sensor's not triggering for us. We'll make sure we are authorized again. We'll grab another sensor. Get rid of this one. Alright, we'll wire this back up. So we go straight up, power it in. Where are we this time? Round about here. Taking our set. So our power out. There's our door open. And the sensor's not quite grabbing us. Okay, so there we had exclude authorized. The door's closed. So we come back, close this door, reset the button. Lower one goes red. We should find that the door's open again. There we go. The heartbeat sensor got us that time. Alright, so both lights are green. Red is set. We're going to clear ourselves from authorization. Instant death. We'll head back outside so we don't die of that. In the meantime, this would have sent a message off to your Rust Plus, letting you know either on your whatever app, wherever you're using your app, that this base had gone off. And that's pretty much the ins and outs of it. Just pop our wall back up. And that's pretty much the base, guys. Now, the reason why I said at the start, turn these into sheet metal. Now, it's not plainly obvious that this has small walls on the top, but it becomes less obvious if you have sheet. Because you can't really pick where your foundation is and where it ends if you're just running past. If you know what you're looking for and you're going to go study your base, yeah, you'll pick it up pretty quick. And you can see the line. But most people running past wouldn't give it a second glance. Might be a little bit low for this one. We did just have a little bit of blue. There we go. There we go, guys. I'll shape that up to a sheet as well. That is your friendly neighborhood mini flame turret trap base. See what you think. Use them out in your servers. As I said, put 4 or 5 down. They're cheap and easy to use. You just need to make sure you're on exclude authorized and exclude others. So essentially you're including others and you're including authorized not to set it off. And that's pretty much right as rain. Leave your comments below. See how you went. Hope you enjoy it. This is Fastlane. We will catch you next time with another build. That's me. Letty's out having a day with the boy. Sports. Sports day? Sports carnival? I hope it's good carnival. Let's rock some Fortnite for a little bit. Pretty sure party guy will be half drunk by now. It would be 8:30. Yeah, you would have at least one by now. What we'll do there, we'll stop there and we'll restart really quick. 9:30. Damn. So you've had like 4 beers then? By then? Be on later? I'm going to stop there and I'm going to restart it so the YouTube doesn't freak out.